told me to do this guided meditation to help induce a vibrational frequency into the collective unconsciousness of humanity. They said this was the time for the great opening for these newer vibrations of love to replace the vibrations of fear, that the coronavirus had stimulated a hidden fear in the unconscious psyche of the collective unconscious of humanity, that all of the fear that we've accumulated over hundreds and hundreds of years is now being released out into the open, where we can all see the symptoms of the behavior of that emotion called fear. Now, I do not wish to diminish or reduce the importance that the coronavirus also presents to us as an opportunity to begin to increase the level and quality of our lives and our vibration up. In other words, if we are at a high vibrational state of energy, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, we are less likely to attract dis-ease or dysfunction into our lives. If you consider that energy and emotion are one and the same thing, energy and emotion are one and in the same thing, that they're interchangeable. They can only change from one state to another. Fear or love are just energy at different rates and frequency and vibration. And the goal of today's meditation is to tap into and access for ourselves what we call a vibration of love, and then to, with great focus and intensity, to take that vibration of love and put it deep down into the collective unconsciousness of humanity. And the way we're going to do this is when we're going to bring forth, we'll get ourselves into a relaxed physical state, into a relaxed mental state. And then we're going to tap into or access what for each of us is a vibration of love, what you know is a vibration of love. And it doesn't matter who you are or where you are. If I were to ask you to consider what if you were to feel love right now, how would that feel for you? If you were to do that right now, you'd begin to tap into automatically that vibration of love, because the minute you focus on an idea, your body and your mind begin to organize themselves around how you're focusing. So in generating a focused feeling of love, you bring that energy up, you amplify it, you strengthen it. It's like adding volume to a radio controller, right? Or expanding a balloon with air when you start to give something attention. Once we have that vibration of love thoroughly connected in our consciousness, then we're going to tune into the unconscious of humanity. And the way that's going to happen is we're going to sense or feel the presence and connectivity to all other humans on this planet. That means you're going to sense or feel from an expanded state of awareness your connectivity, your connection in energy through this frequency love with all other human beings. And in that process, as you take that connection and you put that love feeling down into it and sense that energy going into the biology and into the field of awareness of all other human beings, we're going to do that for about 4 to 5 minutes, just to allow that energy to permeate into the collective unconsciousness. As right now, wherever you're sitting right now, if I were to ask you to be aware of the space around your body, you could easily sense the space of the room around your body. If I were to ask you to close your eyes and sense the objects in the space around the room, you could sense the objects in the space around the room. Even if you were to access those objects from a memory perspective, you would still be able to tap into or tune into the actual presence of those objects. Like right now, with my eyes closed, I got a large glass of water. I can easily sense that glass, put my hand out right on top of the glass, right, with the eyes closed. So it's important you understand that you have this ability to tap into things without your eyes, without your ears. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to tap into the non-visible spectrum of energy called emotion that unites and binds humanity in a common bond of beingness. If there's, we're going to do a little bit. I'm going to take a few questions before we start, so that if there's any questions or concerns anybody has about the process as we've laid it out, you could ask those questions now, and they'll be posted up. And for the people that will come and watch this later, this process will still apply. What's really fundamentally important here is to understand that right now you are not separate from anything in all of creation. Although our physical body, through our 5 senses, gives us the perception that there is a thing called separation, there's a fundamental connecting point in energy called emotion, which is energy in motion, that keeps all that exists in a common bond of beingness or non-physical consciousness. And we are all connected from that perspective. And in the process of meditation, you move from being an individual expression of energy into that place where you can put your awareness where we are all united in energy. Now, there are about 2.2 billion people on the planet today that are in fear about this thing called coronavirus. And for some, rightfully so, in the sense that some people, jobs are at risk. Some people don't have money to pay rent. Some people live paycheck to paycheck. So there's a lot of concern emotionally. In shifting this emotional paradigm from fear towards love, in moving this vibration of love into the collective human unconsciousness and amplifying it, it will begin to create a trickle effect. That vibration will begin to elevate. It will begin to elevate a feeling of well-being in the collective unconscious of humanity. It is that elevated feeling that often people will just automatically flow into, where one day they're happy, one day they're sad, where the outside world tends to organize or reorganize a person's moods or state. But here, we learn to reorganize our mood or state from the inside out. And when people start to feel that vibration of love within themselves, that's all it takes, is that shift in vibrational awareness. Even if not sure, they're just feeling good, they're going to just feel good. Much the same way as you can be in a restaurant, with some friends, and suddenly you find your hand or your foot tapping to music that's been playing in the background. And suddenly goes, oh, I know that song. My hand's tapping to it. This vibrational frequency of love that we are going to be emanating into the human collective unconsciousness will be kind of like that background music, so that people don't necessarily have to be aware of it for it to affect them. But they'll suddenly be aware that they're feeling good today. I feel pretty good today. Now, remember, any virus is a frequency. Any virus is a vibration. If your vibration is low, if you're not physically healthy, if you're not properly hydrated, if you're not eating correctly, if you have thoughts that are angry and frustrating all the time, if you're thinking negatively, that's going to lower your vibration down. And there's some practical things that each and every one of us can do every day to keep our vibration up. Drink lots of water. Keep your body properly hydrated. Go out and ground. In other words, connect to the earth in some way through trees. Connect to the energy of the earth. The earth's vibration will raise yours up. If you tap into her energy potential, it'll raise your vibration up. You can start eating more raw or live foods. Foods that are living will give you living energy. When you eat an orange that's off a tree and you eat that orange, you're getting the life force from the orange, the living force. With cooked or boiled or baked foods, you don't get that living energy. You get the atomic energy and some of the nutrition, but you'll get real nutrition, real energy from foods that are living. That'll keep your vibration up. This vibration is only impacting people that are at a low vibrational frequency. In some way, shape, or form, they have a place in their consciousness, in their body, that their energy is low enough that they resonate or are in harmony with that particular vibrational frequency of the virus. Just the same way as when you're sitting in the restaurant and you're hearing the music, your energy on an unconscious level was in harmony with the vibration of that song, and you found yourself responding to it. That's the simple principle that we're dealing with. Now, the fact is, right now, all of us that are here are able to consciously and deliberately access a feeling of love. And for those of you that have never meditated before, or for those of you that are just hearing this for the very first time, remember, there's three things we're going to do that are very simple that allow you to move into what's called a light meditation state. Three things. One, breathing. Your breathing is a mechanism that you can consciously use to change how you feel in just a few seconds. Literally by taking a slow, deep breath and exhaling that breath slowly and letting the body relax, you begin to shift the consciousness of your body from a state of tension to a state of openness and relaxation. And because when you're in a state of fear, your body gets tense, it gets tight. And when it's tight and tense, the blood circulation reduces, muscle groups are tight, and then the system can't function as effectively as it can unless it's running and it needs that energy for fight or flight. So breathing is number one. We're going to be breathing and allowing you to release the physical tension. Once you do that, once you take that breath and begin to deliberately feel how your body responds to your directing it to breathe, the tension will begin to leave your body. The next step will then be to take your attention off your thoughts and to become aware of a thoughtless place or a space of awareness that's going to be within your mind, within your thoughts. And we're going to have you bring your thoughts down into a quiet, peaceful, gentle state. And when you get your thoughts to a place where they're quieter and gentle, you can actually be more aware. And from that place of awareness, we're going to have you call upon a vibration or a feeling of love that you know as love. The vibration that if I were to say to you, what does love feel like for you? You could go and say, well, love feels really awesome. It makes me smile. It makes me warm in the heart. It makes me want to dance. Whatever that vibration of love for you is your vibration. However you bring that forth into your awareness. If you could also approximate by what makes you feel, what would make you feel really good right now is another stepping stone towards accessing that vibration of love. Because feeling good is a degree of love. Love is a much higher degree of feeling good. But once you're feeling good, if you give it more attention and expand that feeling, it will begin to expand out and get stronger. When it gets stronger, it becomes a higher vibration called love, or moves towards that. Once we have that vibration of love in our consciousness, we're then going to take that vibration and we're going to expand ourselves out to surround the entire planet with our awareness. You can do this right now. Just like I could ask you to surround your awareness with your body, become aware of your whole body right now. Your awareness can do that. You can actually make your awareness expand to become aware of all your fingers, all your toes, the top of your head, the back of your body, behind your knees. You can become aware of your entire body. Well, you can also do the same thing and become aware of the entire Earth and sense the spherical shape of the planet. Pardon me, it's actually slightly oblong. You can actually begin to sense how the Earth actually is. As an awareness, you can do this. Now, once we're in that position, you're going to take that vibrational frequency of love, and we're going to take that vibration, and we're going to sense or feel all 7.3 billion people on the planet, of which we are all one. And we're going to take that vibration of love, and we're going to allow it to go down, down, down into the consciousness, into the sense of awareness of each and every one of the individuals, 7.3 humans on this planet. See, the focus here is the human consciousness, collective unconsciousness, as opposed to the collective unconsciousness of animals. Although humans affect that, what's really important is getting the human collective unconsciousness vibrating at a higher frequency, moving it from fear towards love to some degree. So we're going to allow that vibration of love. We're going to continue to fill it down into every single human form on the planet to the best of our ability until we feel it has filled everything up. Every human being is vibrating on that frequency to the best of our ability. And we're going to do that for about 2 or 3 minutes. We're going to feel that vibration imbuing itself in all humanity simultaneously. And then we're going to go deeper. We're going to take that vibration up and move it into the thought, into the minds of all human beings. We're going to move it into the minds of all human beings. And then we're going to move it into the heart of all humanity. And the heart in your body, the heart in my body, the heart in every single body upon this planet is using and connected to the same energy. Every heartbeat of every human on this planet is utilizing and connected to the very same source energy. And that is the source energy that when we get to the heart, that where the collective unconsciousness can be most deliberately affected. And the reason they told me that we're doing it in the sequence we're doing it is because we've got to start from the place where we think we're separate, which is our bodies. So we get our bodies relaxed, our mind quiet. So we move out of being just a body mind. We expand around the earth. And once you do that expansion in consciousness around the earth, you're moving yourself out of exclusively being an individual body and mind to expanding your consciousness around the planet. And then we move down into the minds and body and heart of each individual on the planet. And the vibrational frequency of love, once it's transmitted, it literally is like a celestial music, if I could use those terms. It's a vibrational frequency that gives one great joy. It's something that you see beings like Master Jesus regularly when he comes around to anybody. People feel the intensity of his love. We're going to take a few questions now about the process. If there's anything that you do not understand about what we're going to do, please ask a question now. We'll address those questions, and then we're going to begin the meditation in about 4.5 or 5 minutes. Hi, Heidi. Hi, Faith. Terry. Rachel. Wonderful. I'm so glad to see so many of you turned up for this morning. Hi, Naveed. This is the first time that I've ever done a morning message live. And I wouldn't normally do that because we haven't do Supernatural Saturday. But they came through very strong. They said it was really important that we work with the human collective unconsciousness, because everybody's dealing with the symptoms and we're trying to quarantine people. Lots of stuff going on to try and control and manipulate the external world. But the external world is an effect of our internal consciousness. The external world is an effect of our internal consciousness. It's why we came out of the trees and we've reorganized matter to create cities. And we've reorganized matters to create rockets that go into space. We create from the inside out, not the outside in. Everything that proceeds into the realm of human expression and being originated from within us. So it is from within us that we need to reorganize or restructure energy in order to create a change in our external conditions. And right now there's a reorganization of energy called fear being expressed into the world, released from our collective unconsciousness. And now we have the opportunity to let that go and re-inject a vibrational frequency of love into human collective unconsciousness. So I'm just going to take a quick scan here for any questions about the process. Hi, Drusilla. Wonderful. Thank you for letting me know there was no sound earlier, guys. Yes, I'm not sure quite why that happens, but they say never to worry about these things, and you really don't want to. There's no need to worry. Remember, everything in creation is a vibration. Love is a vibration. Fear is a vibration. Health is a vibration. Disease is a vibration. And the level of your vibration, of your personal individualized vibration, the way you have your consciousness, your mind and your body vibrating, determines what you pull into your personal experience as your material reality. And the minute you begin to play around with or alter or change what's happening within you, you begin to alter, change, and alter what's around you. And a couple of weeks back, they told me that something big was going to happen. Well, here it is. And when they told me that it was humanity releasing hundreds and hundreds of years of suppressed unconscious fear from the unconscious out to where we could see it, that it gave us the opportunity to reinvigorate, instill, and amplify vibrational frequency in our collective unconsciousness. Because about 2/3 of the 7.3 billion people on the planet are mostly unconscious. The other third is partially awakening. There's about 1 billion people awakening right now on the planet globally. And then the other balance of that third are those that are just kind of waking up and they're starting to look for, there's got to be a better way of living. They're the ones that are beginning to seek something else. They're just in that process. So we're going to work with the human collective unconsciousness, because that's what they said, that where they said the change has to occur at the unconscious level, because most people aren't aware of the fact that they are not just physical bodies. They are spiritual beings having a human experience, and that they can focus their energy in very specific ways to create results. Not that the world organizes their life for them, but their life within them organizes the world around them. And that's true for all of us. Question here. When we worry, so Deirdre's asking, when we worry, we are telling the universe that we don't trust her. That's exactly true, Deirdre. Worry and fear isn't just saying that the universe we don't trust the universe, but it's saying that we believe we're just a body. We believe that we are subjective exclusively to what happens in the physical world. But in reality, and as evidence would indicate, the physical world, the human physical world, is creating effects in the world. We are generating change upon time, space, and matter. Yes, time, space, and matter can induce change on us, like when there's geophysical changes, with the ascension process through gamma radiation and cosmic radiation, altering our DNA and expanding human consciousness out. Those things can happen, but even those things still originated from an internal energy source, something that came from within consciousness. But yes, worry is just a vibration. Joy is a vibration. Fear is a vibration. Doubt is a vibration. Depression is a vibration. And you are a vibrational organizer. You can change your emotional frequency from one state to another. Every single human being on this planet can do this and is doing it all the time, whether they're aware or not. We are all changing our thoughts and our emotions, most of us unconsciously. But when you become conscious that your thoughts, you can choose, you can decide what emotions you want to feel and generate that feeling. You can reorganize your thought and emotion to create very specific results. Yes, that's a really great suggestion. Susie's saying, have a dance and raise your vibration together with the words, woohoo. What would love do? Yes, exactly. What would love do? What would love say? What would love think? Love wouldn't run around and hoard a bunch of food, because that's a consciousness that says there's not going to be enough. That's a lack consciousness. So you want to avoid those types of energies. You want to get into I have, a joy. And of course, do the common sense things like, take care of yourself, keep yourself clean. Cleanliness is a vibration, right? Keeping your hands and your body clean on the inside and on the outside is very important. It represents a vibrational consciousness. And you can see the difference when somebody's in a really high vibrational state or a low vibrational state. Somebody who's living on the street, who's struggling with life, they're in a low vibrational state. Do they want to be there? Probably not. Do they know why they're there? Probably not. Do they know how to change it? Not likely, because they wouldn't be there if they did. But this knowledge and this information is available to everybody now to be able to change your state and then to maintain it. It takes practice and time. It took me a number of years to move from a state of alcoholism and drug addiction and really destructive and harmful behavior to the state where I live in every day now. But you have to know the difference between being conscious and unconscious. We'll be getting started in a moment. Exactly, Faith. Exactly. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Nice little rhyme. I like that. Naveed, can you explain how to operate at a higher level of consciousness when we receive from love and not fear? Again, love is what you are. It's what each and us, every one of us is. We are in our essence, not in our body and mind. Our body and mind can be an extension of that love. But you in your essence, who you are, the being that is you, the awareness that is you, in essence is pure love. The challenge that most people have is in recognizing that vibration of love and then begin to put it into their mind and in their body. Many people have been raised in environments where fear, doubt, poverty, guilt, shame are the dominant elements of their environmental conditioning. And that environmental conditioning goes into their mind and it becomes a part of who they think they are. But it's not really who they are. It's just a part of their mind and body. The minute they can begin to deliberately and intentionally change their thoughts and change their body language and change how they feel, the minute they can consciously and deliberately do that, they start to become free of their past programming. And ultimately, all fear is our past being projected into a potential future that appears to be threatening to us. Anxiety is when we project a negative past into a future. Depression is when we are bringing a past negative into the present moment. We're letting our negative past be in our present. We're remembering things or focusing on things that hurt us from yesterday. Oh, so-and-so hurt me yesterday. Now I feel bad. We want to get above and beyond that process of letting our past determine what we think and feel. Again, the goal of today is to get us to induce a vibrational frequency of love into the collective unconsciousness of humanity. But anybody can learn to change their vibration from a low frequency to a higher frequency. As we mentioned earlier, drinking lots of water properly, being grounded, like getting your body out into earth and nature and feeling the connectivity of your body with the earth. Eating live, vital, vibrant, living foods, getting lots of live food in your body. Even if you can't get organic food, if you get fresh vegetables and fresh fruit and you eat more of those, you'll raise your body's vibration up. When your body's vibration is higher, it's less susceptible to lower frequencies of energy that we classify as dis-ease, right? The minute you can change your thoughts and elevate your thoughts to a higher place of consciousness, your body's biology will change. If you're in a state of joy and you're thinking about, wow, what a beautiful day this is, I'm so excited to go out into the day today, and you got that type of thinking going on, you can see even dynamically the body reacts to that. But the same thing is true if you get up in the morning and go, oh my God, I don't want to get out of bed this morning. So I just want to sleep. That creates a whole other energy. And each and every single human being on the planet has it within them to begin to take command of the type of energy that we're going to experience on a moment-to-moment basis. And this meditation is a step towards illustrating to people that may never have done this before, a way to do this so they can move out of that fear paradigm into a state of joy deliberately and intentionally. Love is a choice. Fear is a choice. Whether that choice is conscious or unconscious, it's better to make your choices consciously, not unconsciously. The fear that we're seeing sweep over the planet today is the unconscious fear that's been locked into our consciousness for a long time, and suddenly it's being liberated. So now we see that effect called fear that was hidden within us out in the open, saying, humanity, you've lowered your vibration. It's time to make a correction. Let's raise our vibration. Let's move from a fear-based consciousness to a love-based consciousness. That doesn't mean that we don't have to do practical things like keeping our bodies clean, our minds focused. There are practical things that we need to do to keep our vibration high as individuals and as a collective. Because as a collective, the energy of other people can influence and affect you if you're in a low vibrational state. So today's process is to cultivate a vibration of love and induce that into the human collective unconsciousness. And as I said, we've already outlined the process. I'm going to get started on that in about one more minute. Is there a spiritual, Naveed is asking, is there a spiritual reason in terms of consciousness why we have destined counterparts such as soulmates, twin flames, etc.? Yes, it's called vibration and frequency. Every single aspect of your life, the people that are in your life, the people that aren't in your life, are a direct result of a quality of feeling or vibrational energy you have inside yourself. Let's go back to the analogy we used a little earlier about being in a restaurant and you're sitting with friends and suddenly you find your finger tapping to some music that you suddenly realize, oh, I like that song, and your finger's tapping to it. Events and circumstances are happening around you or affecting you because you're in harmony with them. As some of you noticed the other day when somebody called me and said, William, can you do something about changing the vibration on the planet? People are so afraid. There's all these empty shelves everywhere. And what my first thing was to do, they said, go outside, bring your phone. And I walked to every grocery store within about a 30-block radius of where I am and started taking pictures of all the grocery stores with all these full shelves, fruit, vegetables, toilet paper, clothing, even places where they were still stocking shelves. And I did that over a 2-day period. And it showed that my vibrational frequency, how come I ended up at all these stores that have all these food and all the toilet paper and there's nothing missing? And yet there were people in the same city, in the same area, finding stores where shelves were empty. It's because the quality of their consciousness or vibration determines the effect of their outcome. People are going to stores and finding empty shelves because they're in a consciousness of lack. But once you can change the vibration of your own energy, you'll be drawing into your experience things that match it. And it's law anyway. Everything in all of our lives, as we're experiencing right now, is in direct harmony with the dominant vibrational energy or emotion that you have going on in your unconscious mind and in your conscious mind. You can alter your subconscious with your conscious mind, just as your unconscious mind can influence your conscious behavior or your unconscious behavior. So that's a great question, Naveed. Thank you for asking it. Kate, I've seen a post saying a lot of new energies coming in starting 2020 UK time tonight. Just allow and release with love. Exactly. Faith, Jesus wrote that in A Course in Miracles, which I do daily. That's a very good course. I recommend for anybody who wants to deeply connect to the teachings of Master Jesus from that perspective, because he's got very many other perspectives in terms of love. But he does say that there is one frequency of love with many ranges, just as there is one frequency of fear with many ranges. And you can adjust and change the range or frequency of love or fear that you're at any time by what you think. Terry, we create our own reality with our thoughts and emotions. Absolutely. Absolutely. And everything is energy, vibration, frequency. Absolutely. And we get to change it, right? We get to change it. All of us, we get a chance to change it at any time we want, in a second, in a heartbeat, you know? And when you have the experience where you're in a depressed state, and if you suddenly get up and start dancing around and you really get into that and you keep your attention on the excitement of dancing, you'll find the intensity of your depression or your sadness diminishes. And if you keep doing that new thing, then the energy will be completely changed. You'll alter that energy. So the meditation is going to be fairly simple and straightforward. I'm going to request or recommend that for those of you that are seated and ready to do this, please take a little sip of water. Make certain you hydrate your body a bit prior to the meditation. What we've always found in these meditations is that when you alter the frequency of your consciousness, the body's vibrational frequency, especially when you're raising it, goes up. The usage of energy, the way your brain processes energy, goes up. So you need a conductor called water that's really good for allowing your system to process these higher frequencies of energy that we're going to be working with this morning. Now, all I have here is a divine collective, and there's no there are individuals that can step forward or back from that, but the divine collective were the ones that came to me and said, "This is what you need to do tomorrow morning. And hopefully, after this video is posted, I can ask all of you to share the link to this particular video, and because it's going to be saved on my YouTube channel for all of us to use, and then we can get it out to as many people as possible. Because anybody who's got enough awareness to understand the simple concepts that have been presented here can learn to shift their awareness from a state of fear to a state of love, just by moving into a vibration that they would know of as love. If I had the most beautiful thing in my life that I could ever imagine happening to me, if any person were to do that, tell me. And I've watched this thousands of times with people. When I'll say to them, think of something that if it were to happen right now, would make you feel really alive and joyful. And what's really fascinating is when they start to focus on that energy, you can see their body language changes, their eyes light up, they start to smile, and then I'll ask them to describe it. And as they start to describe it, the energy changes, they become more animated. The minute you put your attention on any new idea, your system begins to change and adapt to that automatically. Your body is a servant, it's not your master. So these principles, these ideas that we've discussed in this preamble to the meditation are universal. They work for everyone. The trick is, for some people that are in deep depression for some time, some people have been in deep depression for decades, it's going to take them a little more effort to shift that energy. But the minute they begin to shift their focus away from the depression and towards a vibration of joy and love, the depression begins to diminish, or the fear, the guilt, or the shame begin to diminish when they take their attention off and put it on something the opposite. What most people who get into the positive thinking movement, they start the process of positive thinking, and they can feel a slight change happening, but the emotions got so much momentum behind it that it gets their attention. They focus back on it again. The idea is to keep your focus off the negative energies and keep your focus on the new idea, to the point where you starve the old energy. You starve that. You're not feeding it with your attention. Your attention feeds the state that you're giving attention to. I'm going to say that one more time. Your attention feeds the emotional state you're giving attention to. Whatever you give attention to, you're giving energy to. So if you're giving attention to joy, you're going to experience more joy. If you're giving attention to sadness, you're going to get more sadness. And you can watch this in people everywhere. It's a fascinating thing. So let's make ourselves comfortable. The meditation can take anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. So be prepared for that time. Make certain your body is going to be comfortable during this time. And if anybody comes in during the meditation, remember, you can watch the replay. It'll be up on my YouTube channel probably about an hour after the event is actually finished. Okay, so gently close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and fill your lungs completely. And hold your breath for a moment. Allow yourself to feel the tension. And then exhale. Feel the body relax as you exhale. Take another slow, deep breath. Fill your lungs completely. And hold it for a moment. Allow the tension to build. And then exhale, and as you do, give your body complete permission to relax. Let all the muscles in your face relax. Take another slow, deep breath. And as you exhale, let all the muscles in your neck and shoulder relax. Take another slow, deep breath. And as you exhale, let all the muscles in your chest and stomach and back relax. Feel them relax. Notice that whenever you exhale, your body relaxes automatically too. Take another slow, deep breath. And as you exhale, allow all the muscles around your pelvis to relax. Allow the muscles in your legs to relax. Allow the muscles in your feet to relax. Breathe deeply. And as you exhale, allow all the muscles in your arms and hands to relax. And now take a moment to sense the space that your body occupies. Feel the entire space that your body occupies. Sense and feel all the muscles, nerves, organs, bones within the body. Sense or feel the way your body is vibrating. And ask your body to go deeper. Allow your body to relax more. Feel it relaxing more. That's it. Now to the space that your body occupies, just think the thought, thank you for being a part of my life. Be aware of how your body feels when you think that thought to it. Thank you for being a part of my life. Now move your awareness into a space in the middle of your head and just become aware of anything that is going on in your head at this time. Any thoughts, images, memories. And just ask your mind to become quiet and still. Allow the thoughts in your mind to become very quiet and still. And notice how much more relaxed your body gets as your thoughts grow silent. Now become aware of the growing silence within your awareness. Feel how the vibration of silence feels. Allow that vibration of silence to fill the space of every molecule of your body. Imagine you can breathe that silence into every molecule of your body. And feel the sensation that happens. Now take a slow, deep breath and expand your awareness to feel the space in the room around your body. Just feel the space. Now, from within this space, we want you to call forth a vibration or feeling that you know of as love. Call forth a vibration or a feeling that you know of as love. And give that vibration your full attention. Now take a deep breath and allow that vibration of love to penetrate every molecule of your body as you inhale and amplify and expand this vibration of love as you know it. Feel how your body responds to that vibration. Now take a slow, deep breath and expand your awareness out with that vibration of love to surround the entire planet with your awareness. Allow your awareness and this vibration of love as you understand it to be to surround the earth at this time. Sense or feel how the earth as a whole responds to your awareness surrounding it as a vibration of love. Now breathe deeply and allow the vibration of love to intensify in your awareness and in the awareness around the earth. Feel the vibration of love intensify. Notice how your biology, your body, is responding to this vibration. Just rest in this vibration of love for a few more moments. Now begin to sense or feel the energy of each and every human on this planet. Just be aware of sensing the energy of every human being on this planet from this expanded perception. And allow your vibration of love to go down into the body and mind of every human on the face of this earth. Take a deep breath in, intensify that vibration as you direct it into every human that you can sense on the surface of this planet. Sense or feel this vibration of love going in through the top of every body. Feel it going down through the central core of the body into the physical heart of every living being on this planet. Become aware of the connection between your heart and their heart from this vibration of love as you understand it to be. Allow this vibration of love to permeate and penetrate every molecule of every living human on this planet. You do not have to know everyone, just sense them. Now sense the energy of humanity as a whole. Sense the energy of humanity as a whole. If you can sense or recognize any vibrations of fear, direct your vibration of love into that vibration. Allow the love that you feel to go into any vibrations of fear that you might perceive in the human consciousness that you are aware of at this time. Allow that vibration of love to go deep into the molecules of the biology of humanity. Sense or feel this vibration of love going into the core of the DNA of every body on this planet. Take a deep breath and amplify or strengthen this vibration of love. And as you exhale, intensify the intensity of the love into the DNA of everybody on this planet. Allow the energy of this vibration to reach everyone. You may even sense or feel their emotions. If you perceive or recognize any fear or anger or guilt or shame, direct the vibration of love as you know it to be towards that. Become aware of how your body is responding to this process also. And become aware of how you are experiencing your awareness in this process. Feel how your awareness feels. Feel how your awareness feels. Now, very gently move your awareness back into the space surrounding the planet. And from this perspective, sense or feel if there's anywhere else that you can sense upon the surface of this earth where your love is being required. Any place where you feel or sense love is needed more. And then breathe the vibration of love into that space, place, or time, and the people contained there. We are one source with many forms. The beating of your heart uses the same source as every other heart. So move your awareness into your beating heart. And within your beating heart, bring forth the vibration of love. Allow that vibration of love to go out from your heart to every heart of every human on this planet. Breathe the body deeply and intensify and strengthen that vibration of love. And now just feel this vibration. Just rest in this vibration. Allow it to fill the space around your body. This is a state of being that you can move into simply by giving it attention. Become aware of how the cells in your body are vibrating differently now. Feel the difference in the vibration of your body now. Feel the difference in the quality of your mind right now. This is a vibration that you cultivated through your attention. It is now a vibration you are radiating into this world and onto this world and into the hearts and minds of all with whom you are connected. Very gently take a slow, deep breath and bring your awareness back into the present moment where your physical body rests and resides. And when you're ready, very gently open your eyes and return to this present moment. I want to thank all of you for coming out to this today. As I said, when this video is completed, it will be posted on my YouTube channel, and I request that all of you who participated be willing to share this with others. But please take a few moments to share your experience with the rest of the group, so others that watch this will have an idea of what your experience is. Because sometimes we need to hear that another possibility exists in order to consider it for ourselves. When you get to the place where somebody says to you, wow, there's this amazing place I found down in the forest, let's go see it. And you've never been there before, but the way they explain it to you is so exciting. So you want to go, show me this place. So you go and you take them over and you show them, they go, wow, and they're amazed. It's kind of like that. So sharing your experience is really important and valuable to others who will utilize this process and help build and amplify and intensify these vibrational frequencies of love in the human collective unconscious. Remember, most people will not be conscious of what we've done here, but on an unconscious level, all of humanity will feel the response on an unconscious level. Those that are awake and aware to some degree will be responding. They suddenly feel, I don't know why I'm feeling so good all of a sudden. There will be the people that are semi-conscious that will start feeling good. But please share your experience with the rest of the group right now. Let's see where you are. Hi, Trish. Why do I think true? Naveed is asking, why do I think true love is unconditional? Well, I mean, the Master Jesus has been with me for about 15 minutes of this process, because I'm like, this intense heat always comes when he's here. And he says, there is no final destination in your desire to experience love, dear one. The reality is that there are many degrees of what you call love, from the perspective of feeling good to the perspective of feeling absolute bliss. You get to alter and change that vibrational state that you wish to be at. It is not a fixed reality. There is no ultimate love any more than there is an ultimate fear. There are different degrees of one and the same thing of your being that you get to select and choose. Thank you, Deirdre. Deirdre saying, my cat came to me, laid on his back, and shared my love out to the world. Awesome. Oh, you're welcome. And again, after the video goes up on the wall, you can leave your comments there too. I didn't want to take up too much time. I just wanted to flow with what they said to do. Keep it simple. It's what they said. Trish, thank you, William. Something woke me up earlier and said, get downstairs and meditate. Here you were to lead us. We are so extremely woven together to heal the collective way more than we know. Absolutely, Trina. Thank you so much for bringing that up. We have these individual bodies that make us appear separate to each other. But there's a point in energy, in consciousness, where we are all in a unified field, and we all interact with that unified field differently. Some of us interact with that unified field from joy. Some of us interact with that unified field from love, and they produce very different effects in this material world. Like this body is something I'm using right now to communicate energy through, as you are using yours. And the simple elegance is that beyond the form, we are formless. And that formless aspect of self, which is thought and emotion and beingness, organizes and changes matter. What you're being, what you're thinking, what you're feeling is organizing what you call your life or matter. Thoughts and emotions organize matter or behavior. Behavior is a form of matter, right? So if I'm in a state of joy, my body's going to do different things if I'm choosing to focus on a state of love. Your thoughts and your emotions are what you use to arrange matter, your material world. Oh, you're welcome, Lauren. Susie, saw the violet fame helping humanity. Thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you, Naveed. Thank you so much. So please share this video. Practice the meditation. Like what you realize, when you start to realize we are not separate. In truth, our being, what we are being, we are a unified field of beingness that has manifested individual forms to express us in the form of individuality. But in the state of being, we are all one. And this can be difficult for the mind to wrap itself around that concept. But if you really think about it and do some study, come out to my weekly Saturday show, Supernatural Saturday. Take one of our mediumship courses, but find some way to get involved in some teaching or school that starts to instruct you on the meaning of who you truly are. Love is what you truly are. Fear is not who you are. Fear is what's hardwired in the body to protect it. Fear is a preservation mechanism that makes your body protect itself, and it's not who you are. The body is not who you are. It's something you use to express your energy as a creative medium through a creative medium called matter or the body. The body's not who you are. It's what you use to manifest the conditions and expressions you choose to manifest in this world. If you can get that and understand that and realize that you have choice over what you think, you have choice over what you're going to focus on in terms of feeling, you start to become the creator of your experience rather than feeling like life is happening to you. You move from that process to life happens for you by what you think, what you feel, and what you do habitually. I want to say much love to everybody. Thank you so much for coming out to this morning message special edition. And I will see all of you next Saturday on Supernatural Saturday, hopefully. And that should be a lot of fun. So bye for now.